Sabatons are armored footwear worn as part of the complete suit of armor. This pair of authentic German Gothic Sabatons are from the 1490s. 2 words. Grinch armor. r/Tumblr.
What if Mike was short for Mycicle?
Every now and then, there's a text post that gets stuck in my damn head. Here it is. I'm never gonna be free of the Mycicle. What if bike was short for Bikel? Oh my freaking god. Imagine having braces during the apocalypse. No one can take your braces off, and you'll just have to accept that you'll have braces forever.
No, I want a novel focused around a character with braces during the apocalypse, and the entire plot of the story revolves around the search for an orthodontist who is still alive, and they sort of accidentally save the world in the process. Titled, Brace for It. I like that idea. I would totally, watch that or read that.
Bert, have you seen my waste paper basket? Ask me again, and look into my eyes. Sometimes I'm Ernie, sometimes I'm Bert. Yeah, no, I think we're all sometimes both.
Do women hate women?
A man says that they do, but 3 women say not. The New York Times, New York, January 3rd, 1897. History in a nutshell. What do women think about women? We asked a man. Next year, we will live in a world where we will be able to compare the uncanny valley of a Cats musical movie against a Sonic live-action movie. Bold of you to assume that movie theaters will exist in the distant year of 2020. Looked through some of my old tweets and found a cursed exchange. Yeah. Predicted some stuff. So, Jake, you think the Bulls are going all the way again this year? Cassie's father asked. I could tell that Cassie was growing tense. She was afraid that I would not understand the question, but thanks to my reading of the World Almanac, I knew that the Bulls were a sports team. Yeah, I answered. They can go all the way. Then it was my turn to ask a question. This is how making conversation works. So, did you know that the cream separator was invented in 1878? Why is the most relatable teenager in this book the alien? This is literally how I make conversation. Today, there was a flash mob set up by the seniors because it was their second to last day, so they blasted the Macarena over the loudspeaker and did the dance in the main lobby. But our headmaster knew about it, so it wasn't even funny. But whilst walking past the elevator, I found out why they really did this so-called flash mob. It was a distraction. They put chickens in the elevator. Ham, how many stars do you have?
Sorta a lot.
Blocked?
Buried.
We may be the only lawyers on this earth whose clients aren't all innocent. The Animal Legal Defense Fund. When I first saw this, I thought the kittens were the lawyers. Me too, buddy. Me too. I mean, I understand from an artistic perspective why the 4 nations are color-coded, but imagine if it was just a thing in real life. Like if you went to Canada and everyone was wearing purple and you just had to live with that. Oh, it's Avatar. It's Avatar. I just realized that. But Canada's my favorite country and I want to live there, and purple's my favorite color, so I really want that to happen, so please let that happen. Volleyball is just a more intense version of don't let the balloon touch the floor. I'm sorry, but nothing is more intense than don't let the balloon touch the floor. My sister and I used to mix don't let the balloon touch the floor and the floor is lava, and let me tell you, that's a bit more intense. Time to bridge the generation gap by combining old and new slang into one. Mood to the max. Tubular AF. Really, I hate it. If she breathes, she's a square. Throwback to the time in my I know how to say it, I'm just not going to say it right now. class, where the professor asked, "Who thinks hell is other people?" And half the class slowly and meekly put their hand up. Then the professor was like, I mean, who originally said it? There are some posts that sound utterly made up, for the joke or for the notes, but this one, I wholeheartedly believe. Once, someone walked into my History of Witchcraft in Medieval Europe seminar and asked if he was in the right place for some club meeting. When he asked what we were meeting for, about half of the people in the room just said witchcraft in unison. The guy was visibly bothered and immediately left. As somebody who's like into that stuff, I would be like, I am in the right place. Why isn't she evolving? Because she already is legendary. Kids are interesting. I'm babysitting a 9-year-old boy right now whose homework is to write a fictional story, and he read about how in millions of years the sun will expand, killing everyone, and one man fell asleep at the beach. He missed all the official announcements about the world ending, but he managed to be the only survivor of the solar flares because he applied SPF 100 sunscreen. Today, I was talking to my dad, and I referred to myself as his son. I'm gender fluid, by the way. And he said, "Today's a Sunday, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Huh, I thought today was a Saturday, not a Sunday." And I just laughed for like 5 minutes. Diversity only makes dads stronger, more powerful. The dad jokes are evolving. Okay, so apparently Ethiopian baboons are starting to domesticate wolves, which is giving scientists new insights about how it might have been done when early humans did that. That's cool, that's pretty cool. Not quite as cool as we thought, screamed scientists, as baboons riding wolves came pouring out of the forest.
I want small children to think I'm either a goddess or a fairy, but I want grown men to fear me.
Easy answer? Blue hair. Okay, so the worst part about having mental health issues is that you're seemingly required to have a mental breakdown in order for people to understand how hard it is you were trying to hold yourself together. And I've never seen it explained so well. Until now. God nerfed me by making me allergic to garlic and sunlight. So a vampire. I can confirm that I'm not a vampire as I have blood. Is it your blood? It is blood, yes. It's a blood that has always belonged to you from the moment of your spawning. It is blood, and it is in my possession, so, therefore, it is my blood. Life is tough when you're a lazy perfectionist who simultaneously doesn't give a crap about anything, but at the same time cares too much about everything you feel. Holy crap, I've never heard it in a sentence that describes me better.
I thought I was the only one.
When I was in elementary school, I was told by my teacher to stop using exclamation marks for every sentence, and that I should be used for only exciting things. I remember feeling confused because I thought everything was exciting. This is the saddest thing I've ever read. And what makes me even sadder is the fact that there's not even one exclamation mark here. The best part about being a kid was when you realized that birth is a curse and existence is a prison, but instead of being sad about it, just ignored it, and for entirely months or even years by role-playing being a horse or a mythical creature or a werecat or something 24/7. Me and my friends. Oh, to be 8-year-olds and capable of ignoring all my questions and insecurities about my body and identity by simply imagining that I'm a feral cat living in the woods again. Intrusive thoughts. What if 10-year-old me? I can't hear you. I'm a dog. So, question. Why are 15-year-olds so angry? Because the world is a crappy place and 15 is around the age that people start to realize that. Actually, this is very accurate. The sentence, "We enter the circle after dark and are consumed by fire," is a palindrome in Latin. Oh, that's cool. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that Latin, but... this reminds me of the only known bilingual palindrome. Anger, 'tis never safe, never. Barret, use love. Spell that backwards, and you get... Not even going to try either. Which is Latin for, rise up, in order that your anger may be but brief. Madness, control it. At Cover Badge. Whenever I see stuff like this, I wonder how people ever come up with it. I guess this is where I record the outro. I mean, for like in cards and stuff, even though I don't have any other videos. But I guess this is where I'm supposed to tell you like where to subscribe and like and turn on notifications. So do that, I guess.
Those horseless men.